That's the best part of it. I mean to say, generally we talk about philosophy and Siddhanta, but it's also important to talk about the personality who has given the Siddhanta. And that is why it is said that philosophy is a language of love. That's how they put it. So all philosophy is to glorify the Lord. In fact, philosophy teaches us how to glorify Him. Because, I mean to say, although we know Him, but we don't know Him. That's how it goes. He is beyond our reason and beyond our imagination. That's what Upanishad says. He is beyond the word. He is beyond our any kind of words, any kind of imagination. God is like that, like this. We can't even imagine how great and how ocean of qualities He is. We can get some kind of inkling, some kind of hint. He's like that through scriptures. But then we can never know Him as He is. That because only He can know Himself as He is, and even for Himself to know Himself, that's also another project. And we know that when it comes to devotion and when it comes to mellows and rasa, then even God fails to understand Himself. And that is God. That is Lord Ram. So I'm going to talk about something about Lord Rama here. And you might have heard about Him and seen so many serials. And as Indians, we all know Lord Ram. But there are so many mysteries in His pastimes. So many mysteries, which in fact, so many acharyas, especially Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, they talk much about Lord Ram. There are many commentaries on Ramayana. I'm talking about Valmiki Ramayana from Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And three commentaries are very famous. And one of these commentaries is written by Ramanujacharya's younger brother Govind Raju. In fact, today is Ramanujacharya's, I think, appearance day. Appearance or disappearance, whatever. So, and his younger brother Govind Raju, he wrote a commentary on Ramayana. So Sri Sampradaya is very much connected with Lord Rama. In fact, many of the alvars, they are singing glories of Lord Rama. In fact, one of the alvars, Nammalvar, he was an incarnation of Lord Rama, as they say, as Sri Sampradaya puts it as. So who is Lord Rama? Why so many people are talking about Him? And why Valmiki wrote such a epic poem? So let's see, an Odyssey, or the first poem which was revealed on this planet Earth. That was Valmiki. Then, of course, not Shakespeare. It was Valmiki. And he wrote Ramayana, and he glorified Him. And in fact, when Ramayana begins in Balkand, which is the first chapter of Valmiki Ramayana, the Balkand begins with a meeting of Valmiki and Devarshi Narad. And Devarshi Narad asks Valmiki, who do you think who is the greatest person in the entire universe? Who is the best person in the entire universe? Who is that? And then Valmiki begins his poem, his itihasa, let's put it like that, Ramayana, and he says that Lord, he then glorifies Lord Rama and his so many nice qualities. And if you read properly, and if you know Sanskrit, not just English part, then you will come to know he's doing a very, very surprising thing in his Sanskrit verses. And what he does is, generally poets, when they glorify somebody, they say, okay, this person is like, his face is as beautiful as moon. He's having the qualities, he's as magnanimous as an ocean. You see, So they compare the qualities of the person with the elements of this universe. But Valmiki is doing just the opposite. Valmiki says, if you know the Sanskrit, you can also take out the other meaning, and in fact what Valmiki intends to say there. And he says, who is Lord Ram? Lord Ram is... He doesn't say that Lord Ram is as tolerant as Earth. He just flips it around and he says, Earth is as tolerant as Ram. Ocean is as magnanimous as Lord Ram. Sun is as bright as Lord Ram. Or in other words, Valmiki says that Lord Ram gave up a fraction of his magnanimity to the ocean. Lord Ram gave a fraction of his radiance and illumination to sun, and we get a sun. And he gives a fraction of his coolness and beauty to the moon, and we get the moon. So whatever beauty we see in this world, that's a fraction of fraction of fraction of fraction of fraction of fraction to the power infinity, and then to the power infinity, and then to the power infinity of Lord Ram. That is Lord Ram. So that is Lord Ram. And Lord Ram, he came along with his so many associates in this world, and all his associates, Hanuman, Sita, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Vibhishan, all his Sugriv, all his associates, they were also beyond, beyond any mortal qualities. They were also having beautiful qualities, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But before that, when we talk about Lord Rama, what do you mean by Lord Ram? What's the what is this word meaning? What's the meaning of this word Ram? We have to think about it. The mere utterance of this word Ram, it can liberate you. Such a powerful name. And various commentators, various acharyas gives so many meanings of Ram. Like for example, one of the famous meaning which Prabhupada gives in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. This is Chaitanya Madhya Leela 9th chapter, I think 29th verse. And Prabhupada quotes from Padma Puran, and he says, Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani iti ram pade nasau param brahma vidiyate. And he says, who is Lord Ram? Ram, the meaning of the name Ram is Ram means Raman, who enjoys in the heart of yogis, or in other words, who dances in the heart of his devotees. That's Lord Ram. You can imagine Lord Ram dancing. You may not have seen Krishna's dances. Of course, Krishna is addicted to dancing. He can't stop dancing, let's put it like that. He's always doing something mischievous. And that's what Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Devotion. He's Dheer Lalit. And this is very unique term, Dheer Lalit, because Krishna is Dheer. Dheer means grave, and then Lalit. Lalit means he's naughty. So he combines both. Krishna is Dheer Lalit. So what does that mean? He's grave and he's naughty. So that's Krishna. His gravity is also full of naughtiness or cunningness. That's Krishna. But you don't see Ram as a cunning, naughty, playful. Rupa Goswami puts Ram in the category of Dhira Prashanta. He is grave, and his gravity is born of his serene and calm nature. And his Maryada, that's what we say, Maryada Purushottam, isn't it? So, that's Ram. But then, one of the meanings of Ram is Ramante Yogino Anante. He dances in the heart of his devotees. For this word outside, Hare Krishna, what's happening? For the outside world, he is standing in in his elegant posture as Kodandaram. Kodandaram means who carries a bow and arrow and is standing with his chest upright and his upright position with the gravity in his face and blessings given by his hand, and then Sita is there standing on the besides, Lakshman and Hanuman. This is a usual scene we see. But then inside the heart of a devotee, he's doing something else. He's not standing like that. He's dancing there. And if you go to Mantralaya, even today, that's a place in South India, Mantralaya, Raghavendra Swami. His Raghavendra Swami's personal deities, Lord Ram, they are in dancing posture. So that is Ram. Ram wants to dance, but he wants to dance in your heart. And for that you have to prepare your heart. Prepare a stage in your heart so that he can come and dance. And the stage is not made by wood or some iron or some bed sheets or some curtains. That stage is made by your pure sentiments for Krishna. That stage is made by non-enviousness, by purity, by good qualities like compassion. Compassion in the sense helping people to go back to Krishna, by austerities, and all these. That stage is made of those things, by maryada, and then you call him by love, and then you call him, and then he'll come and dance on that. He wants to do that. He is an actor. He wants to do that. That's one of the meaning of Ram. Ramante yogino anante. That's Prabhupada Chaitanya Charitamrita, quoting from Padma Puran. Another meaning of the word Naram is Ramyatam Vara. That's Ram. So Ramyatam Vara means who enjoys, and Vara means supreme, who is a supreme enjoyer. Now what does God enjoy? Of course, he'll not enjoy this material world. Material world for him is like a graveyard. Everything is dead. Practically everything is dead. Even souls are dead, in a metaphorical language. People who don't have, Sukadeva Goswami says, people who don't have devotion, they are walking dead bodies. Or in other words, people who don't have devotion. So in modern parlance, in modern wording, Sukadeva Goswami says, people who don't have devotion, they are zombies. They seem to be alive outside, but they're dead inside. So they're good for nothing. So why would Krishna enjoy this world? Who likes to stay in a graveyard? Our bodies are dead. Our mind is dead. Our souls are dead, having no devotion in that sense. And earth, water, fire, all elements are dead. What is living here? So why would God like this world? He hates this material. He doesn't like it. Bhagavatam says that he doesn't like it. But what he likes is then what he enjoys. He's a supreme enjoyer. Well, he enjoys what he enjoys. He enjoys the devotion of the devotee. That's what he enjoys. He's a supreme enjoyer. He enjoys whatever is given to him with sacrifice and service. That's what he enjoys. He enjoys sacrifice and service, and love and devotion, and sincerity and purity. That's what he wants. That's why Lord Ram, the meaning of Ram is Ramyatam Vara. He is a supreme enjoyer. And he enjoys things which are supreme and pure. The next meaning of one another meaning of Lord Ram, the word Ram is Ra means fire. So we have a dictionary called as 𝗂𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀. Now that dictionary in Sanskrit, that's a Sanskrit dictionary, 𝗂𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀, it is giving various meanings of each varna or each letter, like ka, kha, ga, gha. So in Hindi you see, in Sanskrit you see all these letters are there. Ka, kha, ga, gha, kavarg, tavarg, ta, ka, ga, ga, ta, ta, da, da, pa, 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 ta, 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 da. So okay, so that dictionary says, okay, fine. What's the meaning of ka? So there are various meanings of ka. What's the meaning of kha? Like kha means sky. Kha means space. Kha is also sometimes meaning mind. Kha also means sometimes khechara, that is ghostly living entities. So you see, even Sanskrit is so beautiful, even one letter has a meaning. Or like for example, what's the meaning of ka? Ka, you know, Prabhupada quotes always, Keshava. So Keshava is made of 3 letters, ka, sha and va. So now you have to go to Sanskrit dictionary. Prabhupada quotes many places. Ka means Brahma, sha means Shiva, and va means controller. So from where does Prabhupada get these meanings? He gets these meanings from Eka Varna Kosh. Now that's one of the dictionary of Sanskrit. Another dictionary of Sanskrit is Amar Kosh, which gives synonyms of the words. And another dictionary is, for example, Monier William, which gives meanings of Sanskrit words. So there are many dictionaries. Anyway, Ra means fire, and Ma means happiness. So in other words, Ram means that he burns all our sins. He burns all our sins, and in the process, because the sins are burned, he gives us happiness. That's Ram. That's beautiful meaning of Ram. So as soon as you say Ram, all your sins are burned, and because all your sins are burned, your soul experiences happiness. It is released from the burden of sins. So another meaning of Lord Rama is from Ra, the meaning is Rakshasa, and Ma means to kill, to destroy. Ma sochaha in Sanskrit it comes, do not worry, not in that sense. So let the Rakshasas not exist. Ma means to kill, Ra means Rakshasa. So Ram is a person who destroys Rakshasas outside and also inside. And probably perhaps inside demons are more dangerous than outside demons, if you know what I am saying. At least devotees understand that. So another meaning of Ram is Ra means king, and then Ram, you divide this word as Ra and Am. So Ra means king and Am means Am. So Am means unlimited. Ma means limited. Ma means not. Ma means to kill. And if you add A behind that, Am means unlimited. And to protect. So Ra means king. Am means to unlimited or protection, who cannot be limited. Ram is a king who protects his devotees, who protects his dependents, who gives unlimited protection. That's Ram. Another meaning of Ram is Ra means sense organs, and Ma means control. So Ram is a person, if you take shelter of him, he'll control senses for you. And that's, by the way, that's devotion. And you know what, in devotion, we don't really control our senses. So in other words, our agenda is not to control our senses. Our agenda is to actually serve Lord Ram. And to serve him, you need to control senses a little bit. The idea is you're controlling senses to serve Ram. And you're not serving Ram to get your senses controlled. Now, that's a very different thing. Jnanis are in that mood. They take shelter of Ram so that their senses become controlled. But devotees are not like that. Devotees control their senses to serve Ram, and that's a very different thing. And And that's makes all the difference. So devotee says, Krishna, okay, I'll keep on serving you. Ram, I'll keep on serving you. Now it's up to you whether you control my senses or not. That's all. I will try to control my senses to whatever I can in order to serve you. Because if you don't control your senses, you can't focus on His service. So whatever I can do to serve you. But then now I'm serving you. Now rest, you decide what to do. Rest of the control if you want, okay. If you don't want, fine, that's up to you. But I will never leave you. And that's what one of the Alvars, he says, we must lie at the feet of Ram like his wooden sandals. We must keep the lotus feet of Ram like garlands of flowers on our heads. We must go with him like younger brother Lakshman. And we must bear his sandals on our head, or his decisions like Bharat. This is dependence. And what else can I say? That Alvar says. He says, I want to do anything in this world which can cause his face to smile. And that's the perfection of service. That is Ramayana. Ramayana is nothing but teaching us just one point, if you can grasp that. And that is service to Lord Ram. Ramayana is not teaching us ordinary dharma. That's a wrong thing to say. That is one of the teachings of Ramayana, dharma. Of course, I mean to say, when if you read Bhagavatam, you get teachings of dharma, Mahabharata, dharma, that's okay. But Lord Ram came to teach us something else. He came to teach us service. He came to teach us love. He came to teach us how to develop affection to Ram. He came to teach us that we must serve Ram to the maximum capacity what we can. We must satisfy Lord Ram. We must try to satisfy him in the best possible and the maximum possible way. Or as Prabhupada says, satisfy God in all respects. Prabhupada says. There's a beautiful line. This statement, I mean to say, this statement just penetrates your heart like an arrow. Satisfy God in all respects. Now, it's a very deep statement if you think about it. The best way to satisfy God, the best way to satisfy Lord Ram or Krishna is by chanting his names. We know that. That's Mahaprabhu's teachings. But then, a devotee is not satisfied to satisfy him just by chanting. We want to do all other things possible. All of the small things also possible to satisfy him. The best thing, chanting, satisfies him. Okay, good. What else? What else can I do for him? And I want to satisfy him in all respects. And that's what Ramayana is teaching us. You can satisfy Lord Ram in so many ways. And we have to learn that, not just by chanting. Not just by chanting. Or as Prabhupada said, well, you're chanting, then preach also. And preaching satisfies him. Yes, you have to preach. You can't just keep on chanting. Or you're chanting and preaching. Okay, then read my books also. That also pleases. So, Ramayana teaches that all the characters in Ramayana, they are helping us to understand in how many various ways we can serve God, and how to practice those ways. That's what Ramayana is teaching. Like, for example, Hanuman, he served Ram through hitam. It said through hitam. Hit means welfare. Now that's interesting because generally we say Sarva Bhuta Hiterata. Krishna is thinking of welfare of living beings, but Hanuman is thinking of welfare of Krishna. of Lord Ram. That is service. You see, we might think service, okay, service, I understand. But no. Service is a very different thing. If you can understand service, you get liberated. That's how it goes. So Hanuman served Ram. And there are so many faces of service. So many dimensions of service. And all those dimensions we have to understand, so that we can give happiness to our Lord Ram to the maximum. We want to die to live in His service. And that's why it is said, if you want to live, you have to die. And if you desire to live, you will die. That's what is said, in fact, in Bible. Those who die, they live. Those who try to live, they will die. And Hanuman showed that. Hanuman died for himself. You see the point? We have to die in order to live for God. And Hanuman, so in other words, Hanuman never thought about himself. He thought, I am dead for myself. I don't have to think about myself. You don't think about a dead person, isn't it? You don't think anything. So true devotee is dead for himself. He doesn't even think what will happen to me after I die. In future, what will happen? Who cares for that? Who should care for a person who is dead? We are dead for ourselves. We are living only for Lord Ram. So that's what Hanuman served Ram through Hitam. He helped Ram. He was thinking of the welfare of Lord Ram. He brought Sanjeevani Bhuti. He brought the whereabouts of Lord Sita. And then he found Love Kush later. He met them. And then he made friendship between Sugriv and Lord Ram. So many big services he did. So Ram was served by Hanuman through Hitam. He was served through Sugriv through Samsevitam. Samsevitam means Sugriv. He made friendship with Lord Ram. We all know he was a friend. He was in the mood of friendship with Lord Ram, and he helped him to get his Sita back. That is called Samsevitam. He helped him when Lord Ram was distressed. That is Sugriv. And that is another dimension, another aspect of service. We can learn from Sugriv. We should try to help Krishna, Lord Ram, when they are distressed. Now the question is God distressed? What's this? This is like crazy? No, Krishna is distressed. And we know through the pastoring of Lord Chaitanya is distressed. Lord Chaitanya is going from door to door. Ghare ghare jai mangiye bhiksha. Lord Chaitanya is going from door to door to door to door, and he's begging and he's weeping and he's bhume gadija. He's actually rolling on the ground and he's begging, please chant Krishna's name. Please chant Krishna's name. And then you can give me happiness. I am distressed. I am extremely sorrow seeing your condition. And only you, by chanting the names of Lord, can give me happiness. So, you might not want to chant names of God because perhaps you don't believe in Him. You're an atheist. Or perhaps you don't believe that by chanting God's name will give you happiness. You are already happy in your life. But my proposal is, you please chant not for your happiness, not for your belief, but because it will give me some solace. So for me you can do this. Even if you're a philanthropist, if you want to give me something, if you want to make me happy, okay, then chant the names and I'll be happy. That is called Samsevitam. Relieving the distress of your Lord. And for that you have to understand how he become distressed and by what things he become distressed. If you do sense gratification, he becomes very distressed, very distressed. You're breaking your very fine relationship with him, very sensitive relationship with him. No, the worst thing you can make Krishna or Ram unhappy is by doing sense gratification, is by wasting your time. And that's Sugriv. Sugriv shows this is another aspect of service. You see how Ramayana is bringing so many features of service to help us enter those services and accept them in our life, and then practice them, and then please Krishna or Ram with full satisfaction to the maximum. So, we chant, we follow regulations, but then there are so many other aspects of service which, as you advance, we have to incorporate in our life, and we have to become a complete person. So that's Sugriv. And Lakshman served Ram through Rakshitam. Rakshitam means he actually protected Lord Ram. He protected Ram. Actually, he protected Ram physically. And we all know that Lakshman was a very unique person. When Ram was taking sannyas, when Ram was taking vanvas, Sumitra, Lakshmana's mother, she said to Lakshman, you should go with Lord Ram. And Lakshman said, well, I've already decided to go with him. Sumitra said, okay, that's very nice. And I know you are born to serve Ram, I know, but keep in mind one thing. Lakshman said, what? Lakshman said, okay, what? Lakshman was expecting that Sumitra will say, okay, keep me in your mind, or your wife Urmila in your mind. But you know what Sumitra said? It's shocking. She said two things. She said, keep in mind two things. And one is, always from this point when you go with Ram in one verse, don't focus on the greatness and on the beauty of Lord Ram so that you get lost in it. Focus on protecting him, even if it means defocusing yourself from his beauty, his roop and his leela. You understand? You see, it's a very different thing. We say Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela, and Sumitra is saying no. Even if it means to defocus yourself from Roop, Gun, Leela, you should do that. Don't get lost in that. Focus on service. And now your service at this point, more important than chanting and everything, your service is to protect him day and night. You see the point there? Service is a very dynamic thing. It's not a static thing. Sometimes you're required to chant, sometimes you're required to preach, sometimes you're required to write books, and you have to focus on that at that time so that it's done to the best possible way. So that's the first thing she said to Lakshman. Yes. And Lakshman did his job perfectly. He didn't sleep for 14 years, you can imagine. He said, how can I sleep? How can I sleep? First of all, seeing Ram sleeping on the ground, it pains my heart. Lord Ram, who is a prince and who's sleeping on the bed, soft bed, cushions, silk, palaces, and such a nice atmosphere. Now he's to sleep on the ground, so much thorns and leaves and insects. And okay, fine, I can even tolerate that, because Ram had such kind of practice when he went with Vishwamitra. When we both went with Vishwamitra previously to kill demons, to kill Tataka and to protect his yagya. But what about Sita? She is as tender as lotus flower, and today she has to sleep with Ram on the floor, so many insects. I can't tolerate that. Even if you ask me to sleep, and so so Lakshman says to Guha is friend, that the tribal person. So Guha said, well, Lakshman, you can sleep and I'll protect all of you three. Lakshman says, even if you want me to sleep, I'll not get to sleep by seeing this condition of my Lord Ram and Sita. And that's why, and of course my mother asked me that you have to protect them, and that's my life and soul. So Lakshman served Ram through Rakshitam, and Sita served Lord Ram through Dhyayantam, through Dhyana. That's what Sita does. Through Dhyana, she was meditating on Ram day and night in Ashok Vatika, and she showed the word what is exactly, how can we serve him. We can serve him in so many ways. It's just like Hanuman served through Hitam, Sugriv served through Samsevitam, Lakshman through Rakshitam. Sita showed we can also serve him through just constantly meditating on him. That's also another point. So, of course, we know Bhagavatam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam. There are 9 limbs of devotion. Of course, all these services lie in all these 9 types of services only. But then Ramayana is bringing another flavor or another colors of all these 9 aspects of services. What Ramayana is trying to do, it is trying to blossom that Nav Vida Bhakti. It is trying to blossom and trying to help us to go in the subtleties of Nav Vida Bhakti. And that's what Sita did. She served Ram through Dhyana. And what else I mean to say? Bharat serves Ram. Bharat served Ram in separation. He served Ram in separation. And he served Ram through Bharanam. Sita served Ram through Dhyayantam. Bharat served Ram in Bharanam. Bharat took all the burden of Ram on his head. That is Bharat. Bharanyasam. He took all the burden of maintaining the kingdom, of Raj Dharma on his head. He took all the sins of all the so whatever sins were going on in the entire world. He said to Ram, give it to me, I'll handle it for you. You simply go to Vanvas and enjoy. I'll do your work. Shatrughan, he served him. So, in fact, what Acharya says is, even Manthra and Kekai, they served. Everybody in Ram Leela is serving Ram. Even Ravan served Ram. And Bhakti Siddhanta goes to the point that Ravan served Ram more than Hanuman. Now that's a very complex statement. You might not be able to digest that statement, but it's like that. Of course, Ram was not doing devotion. We know that Ram was anti-Ram. But from a very broad point of view, even Ravan is serving Ram. Or let us put it like that, if this statement is difficult to understand, because Ravan is not serving Ram. He is trying to obstruct and kill Ram. He is not a devotee, he is a demon. But let us put this statement like this, and then you will be able to understand it. Ram used Ravan in his pastimes to accomplish his mission. So Ram actually used Ravan in his service. And that is Ram. Ram is always thinking of welfare of his devotees and of offenders. Both of them. So for devotees, he protects them, and for offenders, he uses them in his mission to accomplish his pastimes, to make his pastimes interesting, to actually use them to destroy sins in this world. So just like Krishna used Jarasandha in his service, he left Jarasandha 18 times, and Jarasandha brought all these sinful people again and again. And Krishna told Balram, well, it's good, we don't have to run here and there in all the world. Jarasandha will bring all of them here and we'll kill them. and our mission is fulfilled. It's so easy. So let's use Jarasandha in our service. So that's how it goes. Ramayana, 𝗖𝗖𝗍 is serving. 𝗖𝗖𝗍 was inspired by Ram to actually ask Dashrath these boons. We know through Ramayana that's an internal thing going on. Manthara. Anyway, in fact, it is said when Ram came back from Ayodhya, from Lanka after killing Ravan, Ram met 𝗖𝗖𝗍, in fact. And this verse comes in Uttarakhand. So I hope you know Valmiki Ramayana has 7 chapters, 7 Kand: Bal Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kishkindya Kand, Sundar Kand, Yudh Kand, and Uttar Kand. So Uttar Kand is a last chapter of Valmiki Ramayana. And why this Kand is called Uttar Kand? Because it gives the answers to all these complex subtleties of Ramayana. Okay, why did Ram kill Bali when he was hiding? Or why did 𝗖𝗖𝗍 did what she did? Or why did Ram kill Shubhnakhanos? Or why did Ram took Agni Pariksha? Blah blah blah, whatever, so many things. It gives answers to all those things. So there one verse comes when Ram comes back and he speaks to Gita. He speaks to 𝗖𝗖𝗍 and he says, "My dear mother, I don't think so you were at fault in this whole episode. So don't be distressed. You were not at fault. Probably Dashrath is at fault. Because Dashrath, he was a king, he would have said no to your request. That's all, simple, finished. Why did he accept your request even if he knew it was absurd? And probably you would have been at fault. So Ram said, okay, fine, maybe Mantra is at fault. But Mantra is not at fault because Mantra advised you and you could have said no. That's all. These low-class women like Mantra, they keep on speaking so many things. So many people speak so many things. But why did you accept? So Mantra is not at fault. You are at fault. But then you are not at fault because you told Dashrath, and Dashrath should have said no, because why should he accept some kind of stupid advice from his wife? But then I think even Dashrath is also not at fault. Oh, by the way, this statement is said by Bharat. Bharat took it, not Ram. But in the presence of Ram. That's what is happening. So Bharat said, okay, fine. So even Dashrath is not also at fault because he accepted. So he told Ram to take vanvas, and he told these 3 things. But then Ram should have said no. Simple. Ram could have said no. That's all. I'll not accept you. And Dashrath was even requesting Ram, deny me, and take my kingdom by force. So I think Ram is at fault. But then Ram is not also at fault because Ram.
On the personality of Lord Ram.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yeah.
You did that Sumitra Devi, she gave 2 instructions to.
Okay.
Gave only one.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot, sorry. Yeah, next instruction, the first instruction, I think you got it. First instruction was, yes, don't get lost in Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela of Lord. Focus on protecting them. Now if you think about it, that's a very different kind of instruction. What we get, Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela. Yes, that's the most important. But at that time, another service was important. Okay. And the second instruction was, Sumitra said, Lakshman, my next instruction is to protect him. Don't walk behind him, walk in front of him. And that was Lakshman doing. These both instructions are contradictory. Very much. You're not supposed to walk in front of Lord. You're supposed to walk behind him. And that is actually a breach of Maryada. You see, this is very interesting. Although Ramayana is Maryada Purushottam, he is Maryada, and this is against etiquettes, against morality by all means. You can't cross Lord Ram, you can't walk in front of him, you can't even step on his shadow. But Sumitra said, no, you should not walk behind Ram, you should walk in front of him. and so that you can protect him. So that when you walk in the forest, when the danger comes, it comes to you first, not to Lord Ram. It comes to you, and you take the danger first and try to avoid it. That is, both instructions are actually a breach in morality. You see, according to dharma, you are supposed to do sankirtan, you are supposed to chant and meditate on Lord, isn't it? According to dharma, according to maryada, you are supposed to walk behind the Lord. But both instructions are put upside down by Sumitra to help us understand this is maryada. This is maryada of service. Forget about maryada of this mundane world. If you have to cross the maryada of mundane world, cross it by all means. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to walk in front of Lord Ram. Do that if it helps you to serve him, to protect him. These are two instructions given by Sumitra.
Thank you, Prabhu. And Prabhu, sorry, one more question, Prabhu.
Yeah.
About the case of Bali. How do we understand that? Why did Ram kill Bali from behind?
Yeah. Actually, I was supposed to talk all these today, but somehow I was just keep on talking about just beginning things. But yeah, if I have to just put it in very few words, we can. There's a big topic, but if I have to keep in few words, then Lord killed Bali by hiding for basically 2 reasons. There are many reasons, but 2 reasons are main. And the first is Lord Ram wanted to respect the boon given by demigods to Bali, and demigods gave the boon to Bali that whoever comes in front of him to fight, half of his strength will go to Bali. Now the point is, Ravan came to fight with Bali, but then Ravan didn't know that Bali had this boon, and Bali immediately took half of the strength of Ravan. Like his own strength plus half of Raman, so he becomes more than Raman. You see, so then Bali could have easily killed Ravan. So, but then Ram thought, if I go in front of Bali, then if he takes my half of the strength, I have infinite strength. He gets infinite strength, but then infinite is same. You see the point? But anyway, but that was not the problem. But the problem was, Bali cannot take half the strength of Lord Ram, because Ram has infinite strength. But then how do you divide infinite? You can't do that. What is infinite by 2? What is that? Infinite. So first of all, from mathematics point of view, it makes no sense. Second point is, even if Ram comes in front of Bali, Ram is God. You cannot snatch away the powers of God. It's impossible. So, but then the demigods gave boon to Bali. But that boon cannot work on Lord Ram. He is God. Philosophically and also other way around. So to protect the boon to respect the boon of demigods, he hid. That was, he thought, okay, I'll hide and kill him. Otherwise, it makes no sense. And so even the boon of demigods will fail because I am involved. So that's the first reason. And the second reason is, Lord Ram also wanted to show that yes, I am Maryada Purushottam, I make Maryada, and I can also break Maryada. I am not bound by Maryada. Remember that. Because I am God. I am not human. I am not mortal. I am maker and I am breaker. I am God. I can do anything. First, understand this. Ram wanted to make us understand. You understand this. I am not under these rules. I can do anything, whatever I like, by my sweet will. That's the second reason. And the third reason, which is also important, is, of course, 2 reasons, these are the main, but the third reason is also important, that if Ram would have come in front of Bali, Bali would have surrendered to Ram. Because Bali was also a devotee of Ram. Because Bali and Sugriv, so Bali is, I think Bali is having Amsha of Indra or what, and Sugriv is having Amsha of Sun, something like this. So they both are incarnations of demigods. So Bali, if Ram would have come in front of Bali would have surrendered. But the point is, Ram already took a vow to actually help Sugriv and to actually kill Bali. He took a vow. So, but then if Bali surrenders to Ram cannot kill him, because it's a rule. If Ram said, because Ram took another vow, if anybody surrenders to me, even if it is Raman, I will forgive them. But then he took this vow, and if he surrenders, he breaks his vow to give another vow, and then becomes complex situation. So Ram thought, I'll hide and kill him. That's better. So anyway, these are 3 points. And another point which was important was, if Ram comes in front of Bali surrenders, then Bali would have gone to hell, because Bali, if he surrenders to Lord Ram, he is bypassing Hanuman. You see, Sugri surrendered to Ram through Hanuman. Sugri sent Hanuman to Ram first, but Bali didn't have much faith in Hanuman, so he will surrender directly to Ram in presence of Hanuman, and that is very bad. You can't bypass devotees and go to Ram, and this would have created an offense for Bali. So I mean to say, Lord, say surrender to me, but then you should know how to surrender. Otherwise, even if you surrender, you'll implicate yourself in devotees, in offenses, isn't it? I mean to say, if Lord Krishna comes and Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisanta is there, and you are also there, and Bhaktisanta offers obeisances to Krishna, Prabhupada pay obeisances, and then you also pay obeisances to Krishna. It's offense against Prabhupada. You are supposed to pay obeisances to Prabhupada. At that time, you should first go to Prabhupada, and then you should ask Prabhupada, should I pay obeisances to Krishna? Otherwise, it's crazy. You are bypassing Prabhupada, isn't it? But Bali want to surrender to Ram directly. He would have never asked Hanuman, should I surrender to Ram? So it would have done a very harmful offense and would have gone to hell. So that was another reason. And then there are many other reasons why Lord Ram hid and killed Bali. But these are the few main reasons which are important to understand. Is it clear in that way?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to ask any questions? May please do so now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can pronounce all this to Prabhupada and Jesus. Very much, Sarvamsa, to lecture. Very much for your efforts, Prabhuji. How nice do you have it, the Leelas? How nice do you inform all this most. Just like Prabhuji, all this to Prabhupada and Jesus.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah. So, what happened? Everybody's unconscious or what? By hearing about Lord Ram? Yeah, it's nice to hear about Lord Ram. It's very nice. Okay, so I think so there's no question, Praveen Pru.
Okay. Then we can stop here. Vansha Kalpataru.
Okay.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Then there's Kunal Prabhuji. Like very nice class. You were telling, I have one question. That even Ravan was serving Ram in one way.
Yeah.
So we have to take that whatever bad things are happening in this material world, so we have to see in that way.
No. I told Ravan is serving Ram. We have to understand in the way that Ram is using Ravan in his pastime. So Ram is using Ravan in his pastime to accomplish his mission. So because Ram is merciful to engage him in his service as an enemy and using him to bring all the bad guys together and then kill them together. You see the point? So Ram used Ravan in the sense Ravan played a role in Ram Leela to actually kidnap Sita, and because Sita was kidnapped, everything else happened, So he allowed Ravan to kidnap Sita. Ram would have protected Sita. Who can touch Sita? But he said, okay. So Ravan wants to kidnap. Okay, let him. And in that process, he will help further my pastimes. and in that process then I will go and kill him and kill all the bad guys, and in that process Sita will also show this word, what is devotion in separation. So he allowed that. So in that sense, Ram engaged Ravan in service. I mean to say, Ravan in his mind, he was not serving Ram, he wanted to kill him. So you can't say that all the bad things which are happening, Krishna is actually, so all these bad things are serving him. But in another sense, God is allowing all this evil and bad things to happen in this world. He is not stopping these bad guys. He can also kill all the bad guys. He can stop all the nonsense things, isn't it? But he says, okay, let it happen. Let the evil happen in this world. And there is a role for evil to play. And evil helps us to appreciate what is good. And in that sense, evil helps us to take shelter of Lord Ram, isn't it? Because there's so many problems, and then we come to Krishna. Oh, we are in problems. So Krishna allows all these bad things to happen. Of course, the desire of people who are bad to do bad things, they do bad things. Desire of Ravan was a bad guy. He wanted to do bad things. So Ram doesn't have any role to play in that. But Ram said, okay, let him do. And I will use him for my benefit. You see the point? For the benefit of this world. So all the bad things. So if you look in a very big sense, all the bad, all the evil things happening in this world, that is not good. Of course, that is useless. Ravan kidnapping Sita is not good. That's complete crazy. So all the bad things are bad. But at the same time, in a very broad way, Krishna is allowing these bad things to happen, so that people of this world, when they experience or encounter those bad things, they feel distress, and then they take shelter of God. So like this we have to understand the whole scenario. Is it clear what's happening?
Yes, Prabhuji. So what in case of Kaikeyi also it is the same, or?
Yeah. Kekai is little different. Ram inspired Kekai to actually ask those boons. Kekai is not a bad person. Kekai is mother of Lord Ram. So in the context of Kekai, it was Ram's Leela. He inspired him. Actually it is said in Valmiki Ramayana, Ram was sitting in his chamber and he was meditating on Kekai, that she should not accept what Dashrath says. She should stick to his boons. And because of Lord Rama's focus on her and Lord Rama's sankalpa, she actually didn't change her mind, even though Dashrath actually caught the feet of Kekai. You know, Dashrath, his husband, he's catching her feet and weeping, and still Kekai didn't accept. Why? Because Valmiki says, because it was Lord Ram who was inspiring her within her heart to actually ask these boons, so that he could play his pastime. So that's very different thing.
Okay. So in Kaikeyi case, it is actually already a liberated soul devotee. In Ravana's case, it's not like that.
No. Ravan he's a demon. He's a demon.
Okay, Ravana is a demon, but in Kaikeyi's case, it is she's already a devotee and she is assisting the Ram in the Leela.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you're right, like that.
Oh, okay. Very nice, Prabhuji, because generally if we see like some bad things that Krishna has taken, when I only heard about Ravana, then we start thinking, okay, all the things it's like that, Krishna and Ram is giving chance to them and doing, but there are souls in different platforms, so it is a different.
Right, it's very different for different. Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare.
Prabhuji, you explained very nicely about the meanings of Lord Ram. we never heard that before.
Yeah.
And the whole Ramayana about the service mood, that is also very important for the children.
Yeah, it's nice, it's important, definitely. We have to keep this in mind and hear again and again and practice it and relish it. That's what. Okay. So I think we can. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Or like how much is it important to take risk, like going beyond our comfort level to do devotional service, and how much is important to be calm and practical? How to differentiate this?
Well, yeah, I mean to say, yeah, okay, fine, I understand your point. The Vivek in this is how to discriminate that, and the discrimination is that whatever comforts and service and practicality and service, what's the line? The line is if you're getting enthused in the service of Lord, and if your mind is going away from sense gratification, then you go ahead. You should try it, that's all. Leave your comforts. The bottom line is you should reduce your comforts as much as possible. Try to reduce. That's what we are aiming for. Prabhupada always says, reduce your sleeping, eating, comforts. Try to reduce like Goswamis. Prabhupada always said, isn't it? and then how much to take risk for Krishna and how much is practical. Bottom line is take risk as much as possible.
Yes.
Take risk as much as possible. Now that's the base understanding. But then how to go about it? How much to reduce our comforts? With what speed should we go? That's the question. That is the question ultimately. How much speed, how much rate should we reduce our comforts, and we should take risk? How to decide that? Because anyway, we have to do that. We have to reduce our comforts to 0, and we have to take risk to 100%. And then we are going back to God. Otherwise, we are not going back. Either in this life or next life or next life or next life, that you decide. But the point is, with what rate should we go? Because different people have different capacities, and people might get messed up if they go with a lot of speed, isn't it? Different people can handle different speeds because different adhikar. So how to decide that? To decide that, there is just one way to do that. That you have to see how much your mind is becoming enthused in the service of Krishna, and how much your mind is getting free of sense gratification. If your mind, by reducing comforts and taking risk, reducing comforts and increasing risk at a particular rate, what you are doing, if your mind is happy, enthusiastic, and it is getting free of sense gratification, go ahead with it. If your speed is much and you can't handle it, then and if your mind is getting disturbed and getting all sense gratificatory thoughts, and it's getting depressed and stressed and strained, then you stop. Then go slowly. So that's the benchmark. The amount of enthusiasm to serve Krishna and the amount of sense gratificatory thoughts which are coming in your mind. But that we can understand, that how much we have to, with what rate we have to proceed. That's all. And then you slowly proceed. That's how we tame our mind. It's all the game of taming the mind. So if you try to tame it forcefully, it will revolt, just like a horse. So if you pull the rein of the horse tightly, it will revolt and it will fall down. So you have to slowly do. So you have to see how much you have to do, and that you can see by keeping a watch on your mind. If your mind gets depressed, stressed, strained, frustrated, then okay, stop. Then go slow. Don't go as much as fast as you want, and slowly go. So like that we decide. That's how we decide. It's clear.